Original from back in the day. She's a survivor. Alrighty guys, so we're in Sandon. The famous Sandon. I love this place. So we're just outside the Sandon generating station here. Silversmith Power and Light Corporation, as it's called. Sandon, BC, where hydropower was pioneered. In remote mountains of southeastern British Columbia, one of the world's largest silver mining booms occurred. The date was 1892, and boomtowns sprang into existence throughout the area. Sandon was the center of all this activity and became a showpiece of the entire region. In its heyday, in the 1890s, Sandon was a city with all the modern conveniences, theaters, stores, 29 hotels, 28 saloons, factories, mills. A large red light district thrived due to the predominance of men, and several churches did their best to bring morality to this wild boomtown. Electricity was state of the art, and Sandon became the first city in BC to be entirely electrified. With an abundance of water and steep mountains, Sandon was ideally suited to generation of hydroelectric power. In all, 8 different generating systems were operated in Sandon over the years, all driven by Pelton wheel turbines. The earliest plants provided DC power. The 1897 Silversmith Slocan Star hydroelectric system was the finest of them all and is still operating, providing high-quality, renewable green energy to Sandon and the Western grid. In the years after the boom, mining dwindled. Sandon became a ghost town, and all other hydroelectric systems became victims of scrapyards. The Silversmith plant, the lone remaining hydroelectric plant, is now a unique operating relic in a fascinating historic city of Sandon. The Silversmith plant, which is still operating today, was constructed for the Slocan Star mine in 1897. It was designed to provide the electric power for the mine and concentrator mill, as well as compressed air to run the underground machinery in the mine. The Slocan Star operation was amalgamated in 1915 and renamed Silversmith Mines Limited. The original generating equipment provided DC electricity generated by a large dynamo. 1916, Silversmith Mines decided to convert its operation to alternating current, AC. The original dynamo was replaced with a second-hand alternating current plant purchased from the original City of Vernon steam-powered generator. It dates from 1905 and has been in continuous service in Sandon since 1916. The turbine was built by Pelton Double and is vertically mounted as single nozzle design. The governor oil pressure type, which activates the deflector at the nozzle, was also built by the Pelton Water Wheel Company and is driven by belts from the main shaft. The bearings on the main shaft are Babbitt type. On the main shaft there is a large pulley which drove the air compressor unit by way of a wide flat leather belt. It can be engaged by an electromagnetic clutch. The compressor is a massive 2-stage cylinder Ingersoll Rand unit capable of compressing 600 cubic feet of air per minute. A large riveted steel receiver tank for storing compressed air is located outside the powerhouse building and is fitted with large steam whistle. The original pipeline penstock supplying water to the powerhouse was wood stave pipe of 18 inches inside, covering a distance of over 2 miles to the intakes. Only the final 300 feet of high pressure pipe was made of riveted steel. Water was collected from 2 intakes, one on Carpenter Creek and one on Cody Creek. Both intakes consisted of low weir structures, short sections of flume, and settling tanks with screens. The water drops a total of 610 feet from the intakes to the powerhouse, and at full capacity the plant will generate about 500 horsepower. The operating speed of the turbine is 360 RPM. Water discharged from the plant is returned to Carpenter Creek, a short distance from the powerhouse. The weirs and intakes and the pipeline's grade were constructed in 1897. In 1995, Silversmith Power and Light Corporation was formed to provide a secure future for the Silversmith generating station. The first priority was to replace the aging wood stave pipelines with high-density polyethylene and high-pressure steel pipe. Replacement of both the 1897 dams, weirs, on the Carpenter and Cody Creeks with steel and concrete structures, and the addition of intakes on Sandon and White Creeks will ensure the next century of operation. In 1917, a large 3-cylinder Fairbanks Morse diesel was installed in the new wing at the south end of the powerhouse in order to supplement the turbine during low water level periods. At the time, every available drop of water in Sandon was being used in the booming World War I wartime mining demand for energy production. In 1952, a 4-cylinder Blackstone diesel engine and a 150 kilowatt generating unit were installed in the north end of the building to give additional and standby power. relocated near the Blackstone unit. The current Fairbanks Morse engine was salvaged from Taylor, BC and reinstalled in 1994 as part of the complete restoration of the plant. Other than this change, the plant remains completely original. The hydroelectric plant has run continuously since its installation in Sandon. The plant is the oldest continuously operating plant in Canada and is one of the oldest of its type in the world. It is beautifully preserved, operating example of the earliest AC generating plants, complete with the early design of vertical turbine and single nozzle. During the life of the Silversmith Power Plant, 1897 to date, many different mining companies have owned it. The original Slocan Star Company is the distant ancestor to Goldcorp, a modern global mining giant. Giant compressed air was last produced here in 1963 when the mining permanently ended. In 95, a longtime Sandon family purchased the aging assets and formed the current company, Silversmith Power and Light Corporation. The first priority was to tie the historic producer to the Western grid in order to create a new revenue stream and long-term sustainability. The following years have been spent rebuilding the ancient waterworks and electrical distribution system, both vital to the long-term survival of the plant. About $3 million has been invested so far in the infrastructure restoration. It involves 4 steel and concrete water intake structures, 17,000 feet of pipelines, penstocks, 1 mile of overhead distribution system, a substation, and the high voltage intertie to a BC Hydro grid. What do we got here? Cart. More carts, lots of carts. Some cart action. Winches. Fraser Chalmers Engineering, Chicago. Ingersoll Rand. Some ruins. Something. What would this have been? Sandon. They're rebuilding all this stuff to restore it. They were doing that last year too. Boiler? Is it a boiler? Yeah, I think this is a boiler. Ingersoll Rand machine. Storage tanks. Oh, it's cut open. Go check that out for sure, man. Okay, so boiler. This is a boiler. Yep, this is the boiler. The tubes. See the tubes here, and then the top of it. Sullivan. The chute, maybe? Dump and chute? Lots and lots of cool stuff here, man. Silversmith Power Station. Yes. Retaining wall, maybe? Of sorts. These buildings are haunted, eh? There she was staying on the last one. Yeah. What a cool thing, man. Cool place. So this is the powerhouse, guys. This supplies power to New Denver. We did this though. I just think it's really cool. I can't help myself coming back here and looking. Silver was the key that opened the Slocan. Discovery in 1891 of rich outcrops of the Slocan star in Payne touched off the wildest lode excitement in our history. The lead silver ore was easily and cheaply mined, speeding development, and the area boomed. Roads, towns, and railways remain, linking the present with an era when silver was king. This would be the grade, right? For the railway. Come in here. Up top, that grade there. That's gonna be it for me tonight, guys. Sasquatch out.